Hi, my name is Hugo and this is Hugo's Desk. I would like to start by thanking the lovely people at the Foundry, especially Jan, Juan, and Elise for inviting me for this webinar. Today I wanted to share some insights of how to earn extra money outside the traditional roles of the creative industry. As you all know, the current pandemic is changing the way we work forever. With most of the visual effects industries working from home and so many productions being delayed, what can really a digital artist do as an alternative method of income? What can we do to stay busy, engage, and survive during this time? Well, it turns out that there's a lot we can try. In this video, I wanted to discuss how to harness the power of Kickstarter, Patreon, YouTube, Twitch, but also to talk about how this is the perfect time to focus on developing your skills or finish your personal projects. This is the time to create. People are home and starving for content. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a director and visual effects supervisor with 20 years of experience. I've worked with many companies, including Nexus, Fire Without Smoke, Sony, and The Mill, where I was the head of Nuke and a visual effects supervisor. Over my career, I had the pleasure of collaborating with many brands and clients. And for the last 5 years, I've been working from my home studio with a team of artists scattered all over the world. But for a lot of you, I'm the guy that runs Hugo's Desk, both on YouTube and on Twitch. But enough about me. In my opinion, hard times can also be introspective times. So I've been thinking a lot about all the colleagues that are at danger of losing their jobs. It does seem like the only way for the industry to survive is to work from home, but I think the problem is that we are actually working on last year's productions. When we entered the lockdown, nothing has been filmed for months. Schedules has been postponed, shoots were cancelled, sets sometimes abandoned. We need to understand that it's not going to be like turning a switch when it's all over. It could take some time until we are at full capacity again. So what can we do if the work stops? What if we can't get back to our offices? Since I've been working from home, I've also been developing a double life as a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. And this is exactly what I wanted to talk today. There was a time that I thought that working in a company was the only way to be part of this creative industry, but it turns out that there's so many other opportunities. And I'm getting ahead of myself, but with this in mind, I wanted to present some potential strategies that could help you navigate during these strange times. Number one, perhaps it's time to make a home studio. If you can't go to the office, why don't you bring the office to you? And it doesn't need to be like my studio. It's true, my office is fully geared up with the latest professional workstations and 10-bit displays. I have better equipment today here than I've ever had at the mill. I even have a Doom mouse pad. Just look at it, it's amazing. But of course, you don't need all of this to work from home. This is my studio, it's my company. I've been developing this for the past 5 years. I've been slowly building it part by part. It had many iterations. If you want to work remotely, you need to make a couple of crucial investments. I would suggest to get a good PC or a Mac, something with a lot of cores for multitasking, plenty of memory so you can run multiple softwares at the same time. Remember, you're going to be alone at home. There's no render farms. There's no extra power from other computers. You should get a redundancy server so you can store all your data and also make a backup solution using, for example, LTO tapes. Get a professional monitor that can be hardware calibrated. It's going to be crucial to deliver color accuracy to your clients. Also get a really good chair. Start small and build your studio project by project. I, for example, put aside a percentage from each of my productions so that I can buy new equipment. The bottom line is you need to make a home studio. So find the location in your house and get cozy. If you need any suggestions or even help with your setup, please let me know. I want to encourage people to take this really seriously, so I want to help. I will make a full video tour of my office with a full list of equipment very soon, I promise. And of course, I'm very happy to discuss any equipment on the Q&A later. Number two, make a social presence. Do you think you're talented? Do you think your work is great and it could inspire other people? Time to use social media instead of them using you. Take advantage of Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Make sure you use the same name across all accounts. Make a logo. Do some banners. Build a brand around your work, around your interests, around your projects. Build a following. Believe it or not, my channel was built by social media and word of mouth, to a point that now I'm even getting work because of my YouTube videos and my streams. Sometimes my clients even ask me if I can do a video about their projects. Social media is a fantastic work tool. Number 3, crowdfund your projects. Don't have any work? Well, you can try to make your own work. Kickstarter is full of success stories like that. You can make an online course like we did. My team and I created 3 successful campaigns on Kickstarter with over 500% funding. We managed to create a full Nuke course completely custom made for our students. It was only possible because of crowdfunding. There's so much more you can do. For example, if you're a talented illustrator or a CG modeler, you can create a board game. Just get together with some friends, create a plot, some concept arts, and launch the campaign. Do you know a game engine? Get together with some other artists and programmers and make a video game. So many great games were funded on Kickstarter. Do you have an old script gathering dust on your laptop? Go and finish it. You can't probably film it now during the lockdown, but maybe it can be done in CG or as motion graphics or even 2D animation. Again, gather your talented friends and make it happen. Who knows, it might even end up in Netflix one day. In my opinion, Kickstarter is one of the best things that ever happened to the creative industry. It's not supply and demand. It's all about demand and supply. Number 4, now is the time to teach and learn. Do you have experience? Do you think you know some cool technique that no one else knows? Create content. Teach what you know, learn what you don't. Make a Patreon so you can connect with your audience. Patreon is a great way to support a podcast, a YouTube channel, or even help with your Twitch stream. Why Patreon, you're asking? Well, don't expect YouTube to bring a lot of money unless you're doing cat videos or meme reviews. In the visual effects industry, you'll barely get 10,000 or 50,000 views if you are lucky. I can tell you from experience, I have one of the most successful channels on compositing on YouTube, and even with 27,000 subscribers, I can barely get $100 a month from YouTube. But it doesn't matter. You need to use YouTube as a marketing tool so that you can drive people into your Patreon, into Twitch and Kickstarter. Use YouTube to promote your brand. And I know it's not easy. YouTube does not help small niche channels like ours. But at least if you can get 1,000 followers in your channel, you can then start monetizing your content with, videos, live streams, super chat, and maybe even memberships. And once you get to 10,000 subscribers, I can guarantee you that you'll start being contacted by some brands. I, for example, was invited to be an ambassador for BenQ. I've also made sponsored deals with Action VFX, Foundry, F-Track. Many companies have really left the traditional advertising model, and they prefer to invest in content creators, in influencers. This is great news for us. It's direct marketing to a correct audience. If you have a channel about color grading, for example, I'm sure a monitor brand will want to help you. Your audience is the perfect client for them. Again, demand and supply. You just need to research a little bit. There's so many brands that have either an ambassador or an affiliate program. And then there's Twitch. You can use Twitch to teach or inspire. You can do training sessions, play some games, play some guitars. Becoming an affiliate on Twitch is actually quite simple. To start monetizing your channel, you just need to have at least 7 broadcasts with an average of 3 viewers for a total of 500 minutes per month. Of course, that plus 50 followers. It's actually quite easy if you have good content and something cool to show. For example, on my streams, I play some video games. I do some training in Nuke. I do a lot of portfolio reviews. I give career advice for visual effects. There's so much you can do. And the cool thing is that they pay a lot better than YouTube. Making 1 or 2 streams a week with an average of 75 viewers could bring you $150 a month. I know it's not a lot, but you need to understand that this is the new reality. It's like earning money from microtransactions. 100 from here, 200 from there, 50 from the other place. At the end of the month, it will all add up. It could be the difference of having enough money to pay your rent. And don't forget, Twitch is owned by Amazon. So if anyone has Amazon Prime, they can subscribe to your channel for free. Then they don't pay anything and you get some money from Amazon. I understand that these channels take time and dedication. It took me 4 years to make income on Hugo's Desk. And even today, I still need my regular visual effect job to live, but it helps. And that's the point of this webinar. Anything right now can help. Every dollar counts. And don't forget, I have a niche channel. Nuke is not even used by a lot of people if you think about it. If you teach something more popular, more streamlined, imagine, motion graphics, editing, photography, you can have hundreds of thousands of views. Number 5. And then you have more secondary sources of income. Patreon and Kickstarter is not even the only thing you should be doing right now. Do you have a bunch of photos and textures, HDRs, footage? It's time to sell.
I gotta get Wilson and tell him to sell.
Maybe you have a lot of drone footage. Maybe you have some extra B-roll plates that you've never used on a project. Sell them all.
Get back in there at once and sell.
They're just sitting in your computer. Because of the pandemic, we're all gonna have to use a lot of stock footage. And we're probably even gonna have to do visual effects on some of these plates. Just look at Alamy or Shutterstock. They are a great place to sell your photos, your footage of any kind. And if you don't have pictures, you can stage them right now at your home. Photograph your kids, photograph your partners, take photos of objects. If you have a garden, make some macro photography. And I know it's not very well paid, but you can still probably get a couple of bucks per photo. And if you have a lot of photos uploaded, you can probably get a couple of $100 a month. Again, every dollar counts. Are you always bragging that you can model anything in CG? Well, now is the time to show off. Sell your CG models in TurboSquid, CG Trader, or any other 3D stock website. Start modeling, make a schedule, model one object per day, check the latest trends and model that. You will not only earn a few bucks a month, but it's an excellent practice during this time. Imagine how fast you will become after modeling dozens of props. Use Etsy to sell anything handmade. If you know how to draw or paint, you can sell posters, you can sell hats, cups, t-shirts, anything. Number 6, learn and develop. This is also the perfect time to learn. Get an online course, learn new skills, learn from the best, look for the seniors in the industry, and get professional training. Learn from people like Victor Perez, from Steve Wright, maybe even sign up to my online course of compositing with Ricardo Ferreira. Subscribe to Hugo's Desk, support me in Patreon, and you can join my Discord channel. You can even get some scripts from my videos to learn and practice. And this is just compositing. There's so many people right now making amazing content online. Go and support them. Learn new stuff. Do you want to learn Houdini? Go and support Tim. He has a new Houdini course. Just become a Patreon and it's yours to learn. Do you want to know more about behind the scenes of the latest visual effects projects? Support Ian with his publication before and afters. Do you love compositing? Well, go and support Ben's Comp newsletter. Do you want to learn from the head of CG at DNEG? Join Ludo's visual effects coaching on Twitch on YouTube. Not to mention his amazing Discord channel, Keep Calm, I'm in VFX. Do you like modeling? Then go support Andrew on Twitch. He does excellent streams where he shares his experience as a senior hard surface modeler at DNEG. And the list goes on and on. They all have Patreons and they all need your support to stay online, to continue to produce great content. Great content that you need to develop your skills right now. And there's so many more that I'm not even mentioning here. Apologies to everyone that I've left out. You can always contact me. I'm happy to suggest more. I'm happy to share more resources. Anyway, this video is already way too long. Let's just get on with the Q&A. But one last thing. If you have some spare computer power at the evenings, make sure to help the Folding at Home project. They're currently researching and helping the fight against COVID-19. Maybe even consider joining Hugo's Desk's team. Anyway, thank you so much for listening and time for the Q&A.